Ecometer is a web extension that estimates the environmental impact of a product on Amazon. For instance, if I search for a wooden cupboard, I don't know, so this looks nice, right? And now this is the extension. When I click on it, it tells me that during the manufacturing, shipping, and the cutting down of trees for this cupboard, 71 kilograms of greenhouse gases have been released and 8.3 kiloliters of water have been contaminated. Also, since there have been trees cut down, over 2000, around 2500 kilograms of annual emission is caused due to the cutting down of trees. And if I compare this to a plastic cupboard, such as this one, this has a similar size and shape. So this cupboard actually, during the manufacturing, it has a significantly higher carbon and water footprint, but there is no annual emission due to tree loss as no wood is involved in the cupboard. Now if we take a look at another category, which is, let's check out some jeans perhaps. So jeans are actually really bad for the environment as they require significantly more fabric to produce one pair than pants. They're heavier. So in these pair of jeans, they have around 10 kilograms of carbon footprint and the water footprint is around 19 kiloliters of water which has been contaminated. If I compare these to normal pants, so these are just normal cotton pants, they have a far lower carbon footprint of 725 grams only and around half of the water which has been contaminated during production. Another thing our algorithm takes into account is your address, the delivery address, and also the address where it is shipped from. So to show this, this is a Samsung phone which has been manufactured in India. Here we go, country of origin is in India, right? And I look at this now, it has a carbon footprint of 440 grams and a water footprint of 535 liters. Now if I compare this with a Huawei phone which is manufactured and shipped from China. Now this phone has around double of the greenhouse gases which are released during the transport.
So essentially how Ecometer works, it first gathers data from the current Amazon webpage that the user is viewing and runs it through a certain scraping algorithm, which gets relevant data from the web page, from various parts of the web page, for instance, the specifications of the product and other such parts of the layout. So this data, having been gathered, is run through a function which calculates the approximate pollution that has resulted from the manufacture and shipping of this product. It takes into account a number of processes, such as the mining and production of raw materials. This can include metals, plastic, and even agricultural output, such as the growing of cotton, which might contaminate water due to the use of pesticides and other such things along this line. The second thing this takes into account is the manufacture of the product itself on site at the factory. The factory will have a certain air and water discharge, which will cause some environmental pollution, and this is calculated by this function as well. And the third thing we take into account is the shipping of this product from the site of manufacture to the delivery address, which can take place by road within a given country or by water if the site of manufacture is a country distinct from the delivery address. A novel feature of this function is that it also calculates a certain metric called a tree figure. Now, this neologism that we have come up with basically denotes the amount of CO2 absorbed by the volume of the tree that has been cut down in the manufacture of a given product. I think this is best explained with an example. So let us assume that there exists a certain product on Amazon for which the corporations manufacturing it had to cut down one tree. So one tree on an average absorbs 8 tons of carbon dioxide annually from the atmosphere. So the tree figure of this given product would be 8,000 kilograms or 8 metric tons. Now this function returns these three values: the air pollution caused, the volume of water contaminated, and the tree figure. And it returns it to this content script, which includes the scraping algorithm. And the scraping algorithm then sends it to the background script, which relays this data onto the pop-up, which finally displays it to the user. So this, in a nutshell, is how how our web extension works. One thing to be noted is that the user should refresh the page when they return to a given tab to get accurate data. So this entire program runs when a page is loaded, and hence the user will have to refresh the page when they return to it in order to get these metrics.